Smooth criminal. Doom, 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 doom. Ow. Hey, Robert and Amy. Hey, boo. Is this another one? It is, Matt Mittens. It is. Crime Corner. Always so early. Hey, boo. Mama's here. Mama's here and have no fear. Well, Mama just realized something, you guys. I had did a video. I made a video on this when he was deciding to represent himself, but it was from a clip. And so I didn't realize that it went on after he said that. Like I never saw the part where they get up and leave. So I didn't even know that happened and where he was talking in this. So this is quite a shock. I have literally have no idea what he says in this. I didn't um see it at all. I didn't even know it existed. I thought he said that and then they were like, "Okay, well, when we come back here, you'll be by yourself." But I didn't know that they kicked them out of court and then it's just Daryl sitting at that table. So we're about to get right into that part. Tony and Serena and Rachel, hey boos. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Underlip, mommy. Yeah. Mommy old. Mommy was young when that happened. When that song was a thing. Mm, mommy was like, Mama was like 20, 22, 22, maybe 23. Oh, Mama was so young back then. It happened. It was a thing. I was young once. Yes, Mama was. We got Pat and Matthew Mittens, Kevy G. Got my mods in the house. Miss Daly's. Nice. Bridget Brown. Hey, boo. Hey, oh, Houston. I stayed in Houston for a little while. Back when I was like 23, I lived in Houston, maybe 23, 24, something like that. I lived there for a little bit, like not even a year, honestly. It was maybe like 4 months. Oh, let's see. Alicia, hey boo. Seattle Jen. Oh, Seattle. I was thinking about moving to Seattle. I know it's probably cold as balls over there. I probably hate it instantly. I don't like it when it's too cold. Mama don't like it when it's too hot. Mama gonna complain no matter what, okay? She gonna complain about that weather. But it's not really gonna matter because Mama gonna be in the house anyway. So that's why it really don't matter where I live at. No matter where I go, I'm gonna be in the house. People ask me, how you like living in California? Well, the walls were white. The floor was like a hard tile. I don't know. What do you mean? Oh, hey Jackie Martin. Hey boo. Connie O'Hara. Hey. Y'all ready to make fun of Daryl tonight? Because Daryl. Just because Daryl. You don't need no other reason other than that. Catatonic. Don't need no other reason other than that. Okay. Okay. Tawanda, hey boo. Yes, we be complaining, honey. We gonna complain. It's too hot. It's too cold. Okay. Oh, yes, honey, yes. Mama gonna be dramatic, yes. Ugh. Let me see. I watched this entire trial through a fork. Oh, that's what it's gonna look like when Daryl look at everything from now on. Look like he looking through a fork, because of the bars. Tomato, 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 boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. Yes, like the tomato song. Yes. Coffee cake said it's all Erica's fault. Look at this. Look at his face here, y'all. Y'all see this? Look at it. Look it. That's what he was thinking sitting here. Man, Erica got me in here. You know he was. You know he was. You know he was. He definitely was. I was like, she gotta be in here. It gotta be in this mess. This is all her fault. If she would have just let me run her over, I would have went home to my mother's driveway. Oh, yes. Let my laugh be contagious so you too can laugh and there can be more laughing and less horribleness in the world. Okay. Okay. Because mama said so. 6 minutes in, we got 105 of us up in here. This thing's taking forever to refresh, so it might be a little more than 105. Yes, honey. We all ready. Y'all ready to just hop right on in? We're just gonna hop on in. Okay? Because it is 9 o'clock. And we need to get through it, honey. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's see. This thing was an hour and 2 hours and 57 minutes. They kicked the those two out at the 1 hour 51 mark. So we got like an hour of video to get through. Hey Diana. Hey boo. Hey boo. Mama love you. Yes she do. I know that's right, Ann. What would a night be like without a live stream with Mom Dukes? Yes, that'd be me. I'd be Mom Dukes. Oh, may we never find out what that is like. Okay, never find. Maybe never know. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, Amanda said it, so we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, Daryl. What kind of bad idea you got in your head now? I know it's bad because look at the size of that head. It's shaped funny. So they weren't even full of nothing but bad shit. All right. Tony said I'll be right back. All right, hurry up. No, just kidding. Matt Cannon, hey boo. Hey Baldwin, subject manager. Oh shit, real quick. The Matt Baldwin, I mean the Alec Baldwin thing. Ain't it weird that they're gonna like prosecute him for that, but not the guy who it's like there was the person who's in charge of the gun, right? Making sure that there's no live rounds in it. That person hands it off to the second guy, right? And he's in charge of also checking it to make sure that the bullets aren't, real and everything. He then takes it and hands it to Alec. Now, this thing has passed through two different people's hands, both of which were supposed to be checking this thing and making sure it's right. And guess who's getting in trouble for it? The actor, whose job is not to be a gun professional. Okay, how how can it possibly be? We already know. I can tell you this. That people like, why did he point it at her and pull the trigger? Now I don't know about that pulling the trigger part, right? But as far as him pointing it right at her, that was already clarified. They're gonna have to go through all this in court again. When they do that shot where, when you see in any movie where you see the gun is pointed right at, it's supposed to be pointed right at the person, and you see a gun barrel, and you just know that that's them showing the gun pointed at the person who's the main character, right? I like to put the character. So you see right in the camera, the gun is right in the camera. You feel me? Like how do you think they get that shot? You don't get that shot by pointing it next to the camera, okay? You get that shot by pointing it directly at the camera. Who's behind the fucking camera? Whose face is right behind the fucking camera? The cameraman. That's who. Now, this person who's supposed to check the bullets don't check, clearly. Either that or that second hand it got handed to changed the bullets. Now, that's where the theory of setup comes into play. Because guess who's the person who took the plea deal? That second person. Why do you think he took a plea deal? If this was just this accident thing, ain't it funny that second person took the plea deal? And how can the second person who handled it then testify against the person he handed it to? right? So clearly, I mean, that first person, now that chick, yeah, this is her fault. Second person, shady as balls. Possibly, literally, he could possibly have put a live round in that bitch. Let's be real here. I mean, Alec is not the most loved actor. Okay. But this is clear. This is like not even a hard one to figure out. And it's weird that people are following it like that and taking it down this trail of something that doesn't make any fucking sense. Right? Like that thing you're saying doesn't make any sense. So it just seems like y'all don't want justice, is what I'm saying. If you just want to be a dick to the actor, then hey, you on the right track. But clearly this one right here, this ain't Alec. I can tell you that right now. This ain't Alec. But they might make him pay for it. And in the world where, you want to hate Alec, just know that if they can put somebody in jail for some shit that they didn't do, all it takes is you to get pulled over and somebody needs somebody to blame for something. And you too can spend the rest of your life in prison. So, you want the right guy, not just the guy that you hate. Okay. It's crazy. That is so insane to me. I'm like, this is just stupid. Like, this is just dumb. Like, they don't want the truth. They don't, and then for the husband to be like, he was going to finish the movie. Her husband was going to then direct the movie. Then that takes me down conspiracy lane. Maybe he wanted to do it in the first place. Like, maybe that was the setup. Like, who knows? It literally could be anything, but that shit sounds shady as fuck to me. That middleman, and something in me is speaking about, it's feeling something about that husband of hers, of the one that got murked. Something's off with that. Something weird about that. And it'll all come out in court, and it's going to be very interesting. I hope that it is televised. I hope it's televised. Because when I tell you that thing's going to have so many twists and turns. Exactly, Cassandra. Sacrifice. Exactly. That trial, if that thing is, that's going to be a juggernaut of a trial. Okay. Because Daryl. Thank you, Tony. All right, all right. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. Okay. Y'all done took me down the Alec Baldwin way. Mama got opinions. Mama got opinions.
For the local rule, review it and sign if appropriate. Anything else you need from me today before I continue with this hearing?
From
No,
us?
from Attorney Perry and Attorney Keith.
From us, no.
Look at Daryl. He's already ready to
may,
talk, honey. He was like, "For me? You want to talk to me?"
You are discharged and certainly excused from the remainder of this
Of
hearing.
course not, Daryl.
Can
We
I
don't
just
want to talk to
clarify,
you.
As to the discovery, Attorney Perry, you indicated all paper discovery have been turned over, but not the electronic
Okay.
discovery, correct?
Look at him.
Not turned over, but it will be, we'll make arrangements with the jail.
You're gonna turn over the electronic discovery? No. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
And then
All
they
right, I
left
know
the
we
building.
have a number of outstanding issues. That documentation was provided to Mr. Brooks at the close of the hearing yesterday.
I'm gonna tell you what's so funny. Daryl thought he was doing a dig at his lawyers, cause Daryl just gotta hate on everybody, right? Daryl, in Daryl's mind, he was like, "I'm gonna make y'all. Oh, okay. Oh, y'all think y'all smarter than me? Okay, you're fired." But then, like, they just left and ate their freedom sandwiches, and now Daryl's like, "Okay, so, okay, did I stick it to them or not?" The answer was no, Daryl. You did not. You didn't stick it to them. You made them happy. You set them free. Okay. Hey, Miss T. Hey, boo. All right,
Mr.
Daryl.
Brooks,
What you got?
are you in a position to respond to that so that the court can address those outstanding issues today?
What are the outstanding issues?
Those are the documents that I gave you yesterday.
The ones that I already had?
I don't know whether you
Oh my
had them or
God.
not, but I
It's already
specifically gave you
complicated.
all of the pleadings that had been filed from the motion to withdraw forward. That was provided to you yesterday.
So what are the issues?
Are you prepared to?
Oh, I think that's just the video, you guys. The audio to the thing is like, it's just low. The audio is just low. Let me see if I can, I doubt I can adjust that. Output, let's see. Let's try in the filters. Add a filter. Let's see. Um, let's see. Let's see. What's an expander? That ratio threshold. No, that ain't it. Get rid of that. Maybe let's take that off.
To address them today, sir.
What
You
are-
have two options, sir. We either address them right now, or I have to come back yet before the trial or decide all of them on the morning of trial, and I'd rather not do that.
That might be the way to go, because I
Look
don't know
at
what
him
issue you're
already.
referring to.
She should have never
You
said,
didn't read any of
I
the
don't want to do
paperwork that I
that.
gave you?
I think, Your Honor, that you should understand my position in the jail, that I'm not awarded adequate time out of my cell to get a lot of things done. There are a lot of things that I have to go through with
Mr. Brooks,
just receiving the
Mr.
paper
Brooks,
discovery.
this is
I
really
haven't been through
simple.
all that.
I gave you, we're just gonna go through them one by one. You represent yourself.
Look at Daryl. He's like, I don't need no stinking lawyer. And then the first thing he do is complain about how he ain't got none of the stuff that he need. I don't have any of the things that I need. But I don't need this lawyer who's going to get me the things that I need. Hey, Alan. Hey, Boo.
And you're gonna have to answer these, or at least provide input if that is your choice.
And these documents were personally served on Mr. Brooks in the jail. Your
Oh,
Honor.
thank you, DJ Cal. Say, how you doing? Mama doing great, honey. Great. Look at Daryl already rolling his eyes. Mama love you, DJ Cal. Yes, she do.
All right, let's start with document number 233. I'm happy to, if you don't have, do you have documents in front of you, sir? What did you bring out from jail with you today?
I'm just going, I'm going as you go. 233.
We'll print it out for you. I don't have a problem. Madam Clerk, as we go along. This is the request from the District Attorney's Office requesting
Hey, Deborah.
2 of the public seats in the gallery for victim witness.
Look at Daryl.
Do you have any objection to that request?
Can I see the actual request?
No, can't see shit.
You finding it, Teresa? 233.
Right, Connie? Me
I'm gonna
neither.
need to print the rest of them as well.
I never saw this part. Like, I saw the beginning part when the lawyers were there, and I saw when he says that he wants to, represent himself. But I thought it ended there because I only saw it as a clip. But then I just came across it and I was like, where's his lawyers at in the thing? And I was like, oh, this is the part where they leave. And so I was like, oh, we're going live.
I think the printer can be a bit loud, so we'll print them off and then I'll ask questions.
Yes. Next question. Look at it. Look at him spinning. He's like, oh, I'm gonna drag this
234,
out.
235, 236, 237.
Please believe me. Sit still, Daryl. Look at him. Yo, Mama J9, do I smell something cooking? Yes, honey. Ooh. Ooh. What's popping tonight? Underly, mommy. Iya. Uh-oh. The head right, nearly there every night. Mm. I know, right? You just y'all just wait. Y'all don't even know what y'all in for.
I think he was going right.
They call me the time waster. I'm the one that wastes the time. I waste all the time. You don't know he about to get 1,000 years. Hey Daryl. Hey Daryl. Hey Daryl. Hey Daryl. You about to get 1,000 years. That's 1 0 0 0. You about to get 1,000 years. That's 1 0 0 0. Look, his hairline. Look at that thing. Look at it. It looked like that's his hairline, and then there's like this disruption in the center. It look like what is this thing? It's like your hairline is taking a shit. Like what is this? Bloop. Oh, Daryl is hairline taking the dump. And the shit is running down his face. That's what he calls his beard. Running down. Ugh. Grounds. Oh, Donna Blair. I've been looking for that. I've been looking.
Let me know when you've read
hoping
it,
to come
okay?
across something. I would love to hear his jail clause.
We're just gonna start with 233, okay?
His
Yes,
jailhouse calls. Oh. Let's say one tired. Thank you, one tired. Keep it up. Thank you, boo. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Oh, look at Daryl acting like he reading. Where your Bible at, Daryl? Where your paperback Bible? At what point did Daryl start bringing in his paperback Bible? That is the question.
I read it, Ron.
Oh, you did?
Right, so the first paragraph,
Liar.
the state requests 2 seats that be reserved in the public seating for victim witness advocates to be present in the courtroom. Do you have any objection to that?
There it is. One tired
Not,
mom.
not really. I just
Yes,
would
thank
want to
you,
know,
boo.
would that involve a lot of coming and going? Because I know you stressed that you wouldn't want a lot of movement, getting up, leaving, coming back, getting up, leaving, coming back, sort of thing. Would that involve any of that?
My trial order remains as is, and they would need to abide by that.
Okay. No objection to that then. I was just unsure because it says to assist victims with whatever needs they may have. So I didn't know if that may involve somebody might need tissue, need a drink of water or something like that. Would that interrupt the proceedings? That's all.
The request is granted. Then as it relates to the
She's
request
already
for
like, oh my
Spanish
God.
interpreter, Mr. Brooks, you should be
He's one of
aware
those.
that during the meeting I held with the attorneys yesterday in my jury room, which you were not present at, I advised the state
He wasn't present.
that there's a state form regarding the use of interpreters. that I
Thank you, Gary
needed the
Davis.
state to fill that form out as to
Mama love you.
each request being made, because that form,
Thank you, Gary Davis. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Yes, she do.
will assist the court in appropriately scheduling the interpreters, or could be one, could be more than one, because part of that form is to tell me what day and what time the interpreter is needed. And so it's my understanding the
Girl's
state's going to
still
work
turning,
on
y'all.
that. I have an obligation under the law to provide interpreter services for the parties, if need be, for victims, for witnesses. And so I am working on that. Any questions about that?
Yes, it says right here that
Of course, he got a
those
question.
victims will potentially testify. Would the testimony then be in Spanish?
We would have an interpreter and the testimony would be interpreted. And so both of the answers in Spanish and the interpreter would be placed on the record. That's the purpose of an interpreter.
So there wouldn't be a counterpart to that in English so that I would know exactly what's being said?
That's what the interpreter would do.
Right, but how would I?
Oh.
Can't answer that, sir. The interpreter.
Oh, thank you, Jay Watts. Number one. Oh, so sweet. So sweet. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Oh. So good to me. So good to mama.
Interpreter will assist the court, the jury, and the parties to understand the answers that are provided.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking. I just want
Oh, is that
everything
all
to
you're
be
asking, Daryl?
exact. Because I know sometimes in Spanish, some words are kind of pronounced different. They mean certain things in English. So I just want to make sure that everything that's said in Spanish will be interpreted correctly in English.
That is why we have an interpreter. All right. Anything else the state needs to put on the record on that?
Well,
No,
yes,
Your
Daryl. That's, oh my God.
Will I be notified of that too? When
Because you are representing yourself, sir, you will get copies of all filings that are made to the court or with the court. Attorney Opera, you, in your last paragraph, reference.
Daryl is like, oh, this is just me, on a regular Tuesday. Look at me, Mom. I'm a lawyer. I'm an attorney. I'm an attorney at law. I'm an attorney at law. As a lawful law in the law place before I got my 1,000 years. Oh, Daryl became a lawyer just so he could prosecute himself. He was such a good lawyer that he put himself away for 1,000 years. That's talent. That's talent. I mean, come on. You got to give him credit for that. Who else could have put him in jail for 1,000 years if not him?
The exhibits.
Talented.
I thought I did a test yesterday so I could answer this question, and I'm not sure why. It could be depends on what screen, at least, I don't know. I'll do another test. My understanding is I will be able to share screen, okay? Whether it's your paralegal, right, would need to be in my Zoom, and then I could allow an exhibit to be published that way. And so it would impact the Zoom because it becomes the big screen and there's just a little box with the rest of court.
Daryl's like, yeah. More about me.
But that's the only way I'm able to
I'm great,
have
Jack. How you
people
doing,
from a
baby?
remote location see what's being presented in the courtroom. Does that make sense?
No.
Yes, I
My
appreciate
babies.
that. And with your permission, Your Honor, I can work with the IT personnel on that and make sure we can accommodate that.
Any questions, Mr. Brooks?
just 1 second, Your Honor, if I may. Have just a quick second.
Oh, you need a quick second, do you, Daryl? Look at him trying to figure out what other question he can ask you.
I want to
Oh, thank you, Randy.
put the court on notice that I would have essentially people that would come to the trial, and I don't know how you would feel about victims potentially being in the same area with.
My trial order addresses there's a row reserved for your family.
Is it just one row? Because I'm not sure how, I don't
Yes.
know the exact number of people that will come. I know
Oh my God. Now that's hilarious. Oh my God. Hey, Daryl. Hey, hey, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. Who exactly did Daryl think was coming? Oh, Miss T said, "Be right back." All right, booby. Who did Daryl think was coming? He's like, so I got some peeps that want to be here. You know what I'm saying? And like yes, the front row is for your people, okay? Well, just the front row because I got a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna show up, like my mom and my sister, my cousin and my uncle, my nephew that I shot. He might come. My mom who got a restraining order, she might show up. Erica, if she show up, I'm gonna put her on this stand and harass the shit out of her. So yeah, we want her. We need her to have a special chair. Daryl thought he was gonna have a bunch of people come in. I'm popular. I'll be popping. I'll be popping, Judge. So I mean, I might need this whole side right here just for my people, cause I got a lot of people. A lot of people love me. That's why I lived in my car in my mama driveway. Because of all the support that I have. Yes, that's why. That's how that works.
I have some people that express wanting to come from out of town, which would be.
Sir, my trial order was given to you yesterday. It explains, it's the administrative order. It explains what seats will be reserved and for whom, so that I can accommodate the public, the press, the victims, and your family.
What I'm asking is there a number? Is it a limit?
It's a row. I've reserved a row. So
So
the
if
first row
20
behind
skinny
you
people can
will,
fit
I
in it.
can't tell you the max on that.
That's what I'm.
Lieutenant, can you tell me, is it 8, 10? Probably 8. So 8
Look at Daryl.
individuals.
And then they're gonna give this look like 8, that's all. All I got is room for 8 people. I don't know if that's gonna work, Judge. We might have to you just gotta let me go. If all my village can't show up and be here, then you got to let me go. Ain't enough spaces in that row. I need more space. Cause I'm Daryl. Oh, he started off hot. Oh, I can't believe I never saw this. Why did I deprive myself like that? I didn't even know. Because I saw a clip. Back then I was just watching clips. And then I started pulling things from clips from the actual full 9, 8 hours, 9, 10-hour full, days. But back then when I did this thing, I was just going off of clips. So I didn't know.
And I will be live
Nice
streaming
surprise.
to accommodate, right, the interest in this case. So any other individuals
Yes,
would
hit
be
that
able
like
to
button,
watch
y'all.
that way.
So mama
If
can
they were
grow.
here, they would.
I can only have so many people in this courtroom, sir.
So
So
they
we'll have to
essentially-
kind of wait and see. What I told the state and what I tell you is depending on the interest, I may have to adjust what's in my order, but the order clearly states that if there are open seats available after 15 minutes of the start of the morning and of the afternoon, then other people can fill those in wherever they may be. All right.
Go on and ask another question, Daryl.
And let's go
Oh my God.
to,
Did he really stop that acting like 8 people was going to show up for him? Like only 8? Oh no. Like my peeps can fill this whole building.
235. 234 is not, it's a moot point at this
Daryl
point.
think he's
So
popular.
235 is the request to prohibit video recording or photographing of participants.
Hey, delete the
You
lows.
see that document, sir?
Said, freedom cocktail time. I know that's right, honey. I got my little. This is my favorite little thing now. You know, the only kind of beer that I drink is like when I do, because you know it makes you bloated. I don't really like it, but is Bud. It's like Bud Light, but it's the platinum one. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I usually never even finish those when I start them. I just have them, just basically trying to show my grown upness. Look, see, I'm a grown up. Look, look. Mm. Delete the lows. Thank you, Bobby. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Mm. Catch it. Oh, that's the euro, huh? Delete. That's the euro thingy, right? That's like a Europe dollar. Oh, what's this name? Jen. It cuts off the name. I hate that. Or I can't see the full name of the person who sent it. It just says, I would have to say, oh, Janine, that's right. This is the other Janine. Like, you know, my name is Janine too, but mine is Janine. But thank you, Janine, fellow Janine. Okay. Mama love you. Yes, she do. So sweet. So sweet.
Yeah,
Respect everybody. Yeah, who was that black guy too? There was a guy with black guy dude with dreads. And now that we know that back row, that row was for him, his family and stuff, that dude was always in that row. He might have just been trying to get famous though, because after a while, I think he knew like where the camera was. He might have just been trying to be in the camera. That guy. Notice he was always in that seat that shows up right on the camera that's pointing at Daryl. I think he was just trying to get. He was just a thirsty. He was just being thirsty. Oh, God said his mama middle name is Janine. I know. The first person I ever knew of, his name was Janine, was the receptionist from the Ghostbusters movie, the old Ghostbusters movie. I was like, wow, another Janine. Cool. Come on, Daryl. He's steady over there pretending to read and shit.
so one of my questions would be,
Uh huh. One of them.
I have expressed when I did have my attorneys that I would essentially be having my own witness list, and I don't know if that will conflict with the state's list. I don't know if some of the people are that I would want to subpoena would be on their list already. I know some of them won't. With that same, I guess, rule or order or whatever apply to those witnesses, witnesses as well?
I don't have a request for that at the moment, so the answer would be no.
And can you clarify that for me?
I don't have a request before the court at this point to limit showing faces of anyone other than what's in this request. I can't answer what I don't have in front of me.
I know that's right.
So if you need to make that request, you'll need to do that, but that's not what I'm considering here today. I'm only considering the request that's in this.
I'll be making that request.
You have to, what I'm going to require you to do, sir, is when you are making requests like that, you can go back to your cell and file an inmate communication form, make those requests in writing, and then tell the COs it needs to get to me, and then it'll get to me, and then it'll get uploaded, and then the state gets a copy of it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. I just wanted
And then
to.
if you have, while we're talking about, if there are witnesses that you intend to call.
Oh, thank you, Jesse82.
You need to let us know right away. I don't serve subpoenas, right? There are subpoena forms I can have you fill out It's my understanding the state may assist you if they don't have to, but they may be willing to if those witnesses are also on their list. Is that right, Attorney Opper?
Yes, if they are on our list and they've been given notice by us for the trial, we're certainly willing to extend our subpoena to Mr. Brooks.
All right, you understand that?
Fine. I follow.
So if there are other people, then you need to make I can't give you legal advice, sir, but I had a trial order that governed the naming of witnesses, right? And there are requirements to require witnesses to come to court and testify on your behalf. You're gonna need to figure
Look
that
at
out.
this.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Jesse 82, Mama love you. Yes, she do. Oh, this is a fox. This is a baby fox. He's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Mama's short-term memory is funny. I couldn't remember if I did it or not. I was like, I know I said it, I spoke it, but I pointed it out, but I don't think I did it. So if I did,
just wanted to make
you just
sure
got two.
that our witness list wouldn't conflict.
I only have the witness list from that your previous attorneys filed. That's all I have.
I don't have that, right?
And make sure you get a copy of it. All right. So Attorney Opper, I do want a little bit of argument from you on this in terms of,
Yes, argue, Opper.
I know the SCR that you have cited. I had hoped I would get not a broad request. I think victims are different than just citizen witnesses. It's a discretionary determination by the court. I need to find cause. I understand.
Oh, this is the best. Oh, the best. I can't see the whole name. Probably like the best mother or mom. Oh, thank you, booby. Mama love you. It's your fox. It's your karate fox. Hiya. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Okay. D225. Thank you, booby. Pay attention to me. I'm learning narcissist. Learning narcissist. Look at his little skinny arms. Look at his little arms sticking out of his shirt. He's such a little guy. He's a little baby guy. Mama love you, D. Yes, you do. Catch it. You gotta catch it. It's very important that you catch it.
And this is a case of, it has received a lot of attention. It of course is going to be live streamed and
He's
covered
still
by the
spinning.
media. But I need to make a request that it's for cause. So I need to know who those people are. I mean, I'm not going to entertain a blanket rule. I can tell you that much.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to entertain a blanket rule.
Sure, okay, I understand. And yes, we certainly are
Hey, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. What did you do? Why are we in here? Who are those people, Daryl? Are we ever getting out of here? No. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. You a lawyer. I bet your mama's so proud. You a lawyer. I bet your mama's so proud. This courtroom is weird. How many guests do you think will show up for us? How many, Daryl? Are we expecting? How many are we expecting? The judge says we can only have 8. Is this 8, Daryl? Is this 8? No? How about this? Is this 8? Daryl, you know Erica don't even like you. Erica don't even like you. Oh my god. Oh my god. She don't even like you know you know she don't you know she don't like you. You said it like last Wednesday. Why don't Erica like me? I remember. I know. I know I can't. My hand disappears. My hand disappears. Like, oh, choke him. Oh, oh, ah, come come on. Come on, Daryl. I'm gonna show you a little trick. You're gonna need it where you're going. It's called ride the balloony pony. Whoa. Whoa. All right, Daryl, it's been fun. It's been fun. I know I'm lying, but you know, I thought you could use some kind words. So, fuck you, Daryl. Fuck you very much. Oh, well, that was fun. That was fun. I thought Daryl could use some company, but you can't sit next to him too long. He stinks. Daryl gives off a certain kind of smell. It's a I ain't had a shower in 2 days smell. Like 3 days in his case, you know. That's the Daryl. That's the Daryl. I missed the being reach over and knock him upside the head. Oh, in the next world where we'll be able to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll be able to virtually reach in and actually do shit to people. And that would be great. Because then we could, you know, knock the shit out of Daryl. That'd be great. It'd be great. It'd be a good time. Good time. Oh, the balloon. Whoa. Whoa. Ride it. My baloney pony. Whoa. Oh, Daryl. You slay me, boo. I smacked Daryl a few times from there and hit those. I should have put myself in the seat behind him. Like, hey, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. Nobody's looking. Just get up and run out. Just get up and run out. Oh, thank you, Catatonic. Mama love you. Yes, is she? I do. Mm. Oh, this here freedom
proposing
sandwich.
that victims are in a much different position than civilian witnesses. And that's because of the Constitution and the statutory right to privacy that is conferred upon them. And in fact, the Supreme
Daryl has
Court
been
rule that I
rocking this whole
relied
time.
on says there's a presumption of validity when it specifically involves victims of crimes. So that's what puts them in a whole different category, Your Honor, in our
Oh,
opinion. I don't
thank you, Rita.
know how, to me,
Oh, thank you, Rita. Rita says I'm amazing. Oh, thank you, boo. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Mm, mm. A freedom steak. Ooh, that sounds good. Daryl, you want one? No. Ah. Let's play your game, Daryl. Opposite day. Would you like a freedom sandwich? You know what that means, right? No freedom sandwich for you, Daryl. No freedom sandwich for you, not ever. Oh, so sweet. You're so sweet to me, your eyes. So sweet to mama.
to my mind, Your Honor, to protect their right to
Yes,
privacy.
Rita does rock, Randy. Rita does
We would
rock.
not be doing so by showing their names and faces and voices over the internet or to the media for a crime victim. We attempted to be reasonable in our request. We understand this is not every witness the state will call.
Let me guess. Daryl will object to this. Now, I've never seen this. Not at all. Daryl's going to object to this and say, no, we need everybody to be seen. Okay? We need everybody to be seen, and that's just what it needs to be. You know, because opposite day. Now, if they say, you know, we they don't want to be, I mean, they want to be seen, they all want their 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? There will be like, no, because it ain't about them. I don't think the camera need to be on them, is what I'm saying. Because that's just not right. Opposite day. It's opposite day. Everybody knows it is opposite day. It's opposite day in Darrellville. Tam, thank you, boo. I'd love to hear what his former lawyers have to say about their experience with their. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something on some straight up shit. Everybody who was involved in this needs to write a book. There needs to be as many of those as possible. The people who observed it, the people who were in the courtroom, the stenographer, the person, to do the typing up everything that happens and said in court, that person, everybody need a book deal. It need to be like one of those Oprah Winfrey situations. You get a book deal, you get a book deal, you and everybody get a book deal. Because this right here had a billion different angles, and I want to see all of them because it's hilarious. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Tam. Mama love you. Yes, she do.
To the stand. In fact, as I've indicated, police officers, expert witnesses, things like that, we're not making the request. We understand there's an interest in this case for the public, and we appreciate that. And we appreciate that Mr. Brooks has the right to a public trial, and we appreciate the public's right to know. As it relates specifically to citizen witnesses, Your Honor, and I could certainly provide a list of names to the court. I apologize for my failure to do that.
Now look at
This
Darrell.
gets a little bit fact intensive.
Come on, go ahead and ask Darrell.
We would argue that really anybody that was at that parade that day was impacted. So you can have a witness to maybe a traffic accident or a shoplifting incident, and they're not personally impacted. In our experience, Your Honor, in speaking with these people, many of them, even those who were not injured, who did not have family members or close friends put in harm's way, saw something that impacted them, and it will be difficult for them to come to court and testify and relive that experience. Quite
Darrell
frankly,
speak so I can hear
many of them
play opposite day.
requested of us as we spoke to them an appreciation if the court would consider, again, given the unique nature of this case, the very
he's just staring at the judge, you
disturbing,
you realize that's what he's doing
images
right
that
just
are
staring
involved for them as they relive this, and the disturbing images that may be projected during their testimony in form of video or photographs, that there is good cause, Your Honor, to accept our request not to show their faces. We made a distinction.
Thank you, Undercover. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Catch it. You gotta catch it. You're gonna need it later.
Again, trying to be reasonable and understanding the court has to balance a lot of interests here.
Grounds,
that for a civilian witness, their voice could be recorded, and I've seen it on other occasions, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you, Undercover Mexican.
The cameraman is simply directed to show the person from the shoulders down, or show only their hands, or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's definitely on a booster seat. Oh, for sure. For sure. He's sitting on something.
They're very creative and very, very good at that, in my opinion. I've seen that in the past. Their voices can be captured. As to victims, we don't think so. We don't think there's.
It's not my volume. My volume is peaking. It's this video. Their volume, whoever recorded this or whatever, like this thing is low, or they didn't turn their mics up. Like in the trial, whenever they would start talking, it would be low, and then whoever was running that thing, they would turn the audio up on the individual person's audio once they started talking. and that's how it was running. But I think they weren't really doing it at this point because this was the very beginning, so they hadn't really kind of figured all that shit out. So this video is like it's the audio. I have the audio thing turned. I have the volume thing on the audio playing, the video playing turned all the way up. This is the loudest that it gets. Like, yeah.
Significant protection of their right to privacy by even capturing their voice. So
Oh, thank you,
I
Patty Cake.
can certainly provide a specific list to the court, but I can tell you that many of the people that we've been talking to as we prepare for this trial, citizens, ordinary citizens who, again, just had the bad luck of being in the wrong place at the wrong time to witness this. Not
I'm sorry, I was laughing. Who was it? Randy. Randy said a mouse fart is louder. That was hard to not visualize a mouse farting. I'm sorry. I started chuckling. My bad.
through any choice of their own, but by subpoena of the state, are going to be asked to come here and relive this horrific event. So that's what we base the request on, Your Honor, to respect their privacy, not as a victim, but as a witness.
Okay,
Is there
here
any
come
case
Daryl.
law on this issue, at least the SCR 61.11
I
that
could
you're aware of?
find no case law, Your Honor. This is the only authority I could find.
Here come Daryl.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any position on the request?
Here we go.
I do. I think that if those particular witnesses have expressed the emotional strain that they would go through by having to come to court and relive seeing the videos or just hearing certain testimony and things like that, it would probably make sense to just remove them from the list altogether.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? If you ain't got it to come in here, then how about you just not testify? And then what we have is nobody testifies, which equals get these things up off my ankles and I got to go. You got to. You hear me? You got to let me go. Okay? If ain't nobody gonna come in here and testify because they don't want to be re-traumatized by me. How about they just not show up? That is Daryl. That is Daryl 100%. He was waiting. He loved it. That they ain't figured it. At no point did they figure out, opposite how to work opposite day. Well, shit, no, I can't say that they, we can't show them because if I do, Daryl's gonna say no. We gotta show them. So we gotta say the opposite. Okay. I know it's gonna sound crazy and it's unbelievable that something like this would work, but just trust me. Just say the opposite of what you mean, and it will work in your favor. Cause opposite day. Never thought I'd make a live. Oh, you are here. And now I get to try to figure out how to say this name. Arisa? Arisa? Ari? TNTA? A Urisa? A Urisap? TNTA? I'm not even going to ask if I got close because I know I didn't. Okay. Love your humor and spontaneous song. Oh, soul crushing defendant. But make it musical. Yes. Yes. Make it a musical. If you can, you make it a musical. I used to always say, if I could sing, I would sing everything, no matter what. Then one day I said, fuck it. I can't sing, but I'm going to sing no matter what. I'm going to sing everything, period. Why not? I can talk. Who said that when you sing it got to sound great? Who said that? I don't remember hearing it. I don't remember hearing it. Did y'all hear that? I didn't hear it. Thank you. I'm going to call you Ari. Thank you, Ari. Mama love you. Yes, she do. So sweet. So sweet. I know, right? I thought that too. Crazy Casey. Why you ain't putting your mask on? Why he ain't got his mask on? He was so concerned, wasn't he? There's that mask just sitting there. At this point, he probably thought they were gonna want him to wear his mask. So he's like, I ain't wearing this thing. I ain't got to wear this. And then he's like, shit, ain't nobody wearing theirs. Okay, I'll put mine on then. Because opposite day. I promise you that's why he wore it, because nobody else did. He's the
That
worst.
that will cut down on the amount of time spent uh, during the trial, because I'm quite sure there are going to be some long days and some not so long days. But I think why not just remove those people altogether to
You know the judge is
limit the
like,
time,
oh my God.
and save those people from having to go through that if they've already expressed not wanting to do it in the first place. And as far as I do understand what the state's position on certain people not wanting to be shown their face, not to be filmed. That's understandable, and a lot of what they're saying I agree with. But what I don't agree with is the time that we live in right now, with pretty much everything is at our fingertips, whether by Google, whether by social media, or different types of things like that. It wouldn't be that difficult for just the name to be solved, and then somebody somewhere might want to just Google that name and find out information about that particular witness. So I don't think either way is
It's not about that though. It's about them having to go up there and have a breakdown in the middle of this fucking courtroom. That's what it is. It's not people seeing their faces. Oh my God, Daryl is a dick. Thank you, Paige Matthews. Love you, Mama. Miss Daly's Amanda Page. Miss Daly's Amanda Page. Best chats. Oh, wait. I don't understand. Love you, Mama. I know Miss Daly. That's one of my mods. I love you, Mama. Miss Daly's, and then Amanda Page. Best chat. But then your page, your name is Page. Mama's brain just broke. I don't know. I got a little bit of OCD, so it's gonna be hard for me to let this go. Um, I don't know. What I don't know. I don't know what I just read. But thank you, Paige Matthews. Mama love you. Yes, she do. And I'm sure Miss Daly's do too. Ain't she wonderful? I got great mods. I'm very, very proud and happy for my that I have the mods that I do. I feel very lucky. Okay. Feel very lucky indeed. And Mama love you. Yes, she do. See, I forgot that quick if I did it or not. So you might have got two of those. Deborah Wagner, thank you, boo. Under 90611, move on, Daryl. I know that's right. You already said it, Daryl. It's opposite. Opposite. We got it. Now shut up. Oh, Daryl.
really protecting them from anything. I think if they choose to be a witness in this case, they're pretty much
Yeah, I figured that, Miss Daly. That she was just shouting out, but it was like it felt like something else was like it was like with the name when she said Paige. Was she talking about herself? Because I think there's another Page in here with that, like somebody with that name. I don't know. It's just like I wanted to read it correctly. Oh, Amanda Page. Oh, okay. So she was just shouting out Amanda Page and Miss Daly, and she was saying best chat. Like this is the best chat. Okay, got it. Oh, there we go. Got it. Got it. Mama figured it out. That's why commas. That's why like when I read stuff and ain't no commas in it, it like throws me off into a tailspin because I don't know. Like punctuation is like my best friend. I love punctuation. Okay.
the public is going to know who they are. So I would think it would be more logical to just remove them off the list altogether.
The issue of removing people
The
from a
judge
witness
fell
list is
asleep.
not before the court, Mr. Brooks. The issue is limited to whether I will allow the images of the witnesses to be broadcast on the live stream or by the media. Of course, any witness who testifies in this case will have to do so from the witness stand, which is to my right. This is a public trial. Anyone could come in and see the witnesses, listen to their testimony. All witnesses identify themselves. I think you make a interesting argument about the social media and access to information about people in general.
Yeah,
It's
his
pretty
hands are
astute,
shackled.
Mr. Brooks,
Gourmet
because
Thursday. They
what I
are.
don't
They
have on the
sure
record
is.
before me is really the
Like
ability to
nature
make a
intended.
for-cause determination, with perhaps one exception. And that would be for juveniles who are minors. I think juveniles and people under the age of 18 have some added protections. Of course, all victims have the right to privacy under the statute and under the Wisconsin Constitution, but I need to balance all of that with the right to a fair trial, the right of the public to be present, the right of the media, right, the right of the press to
Yes,
cover
don't
this
forget us.
trial.
We need to be here for this.
I think I balance that with the fact that Mr. Brooks's images and the images of the parties have been
Daryl said, Miss Miss T, Daryl say, what he said? Sing it with me. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No, they won't let me out.
on media
Oh,
on sometimes
yes,
a daily
honey.
basis. There's been no limitation on what images of him have been put out. This court has been live streaming the proceedings from the beginning.
Yes, and we appreciate it, Judge.
There's a practical consideration that the
Akon,
courts,
yes.
meaning me, I am utilizing Zoom and the live stream capability. While the media is also present, they are independently filming these proceedings. So I think I need to make I need to distinguish between that. The live stream, once it's down, it's down. I'm fully aware that it's down from the court. I should say that
As soon as Daryl
my
starts
order
talking,
allows
just throw
people
tomatoes,
to capture
y'all.
that. And so for all practical purposes, it's probably really no different than what the media is capturing. I said this before, and I think it's a very important consideration. I am live streaming in part
me too.
to assist victims so that they can view the proceedings, to assist the public and the press, because as everyone I think is well aware, this is not a very large courtroom in terms of the gallery seating. I had 8 benches in this courtroom. Given the magnitude of the
not oranges, tomatoes, Tony.
In particular, when I say magnitude, the number of people impacted, the victim key in this case has pages of individuals identified going to triple letters.
Miriam got all the tomatoes.
I can't fit everyone in this courtroom. And so I need to utilize the technology that I have available, which is the Zoom technology, which picks up the 4 cameras in this courtroom. And that then in turn gives me the ability to live stream, which I think is important for all of the reasons that I've just indicated. So the practical consideration is I also need to be attentive to this trial, to what witnesses are saying, to objections that parties are making. I have to take my own notes right? There can be motions that are raised where I need to refer back to those things.
Yes, throw the
And so from a
turds.
practical
Throw the
standpoint,
poo.
it's challenging for this court to say, I'm going to
Feces.
limit
Throw the feces.
what's being captured by the live stream. I mean, right now, if you were to look on the boxes that you have, I mean, there's a far back view, but that's normally the view that is on the witness stand. And so you
No, Jordan, you cannot throw freedom sandwiches. Daryl might catch one. No. Bad Jordan. Bad Jordan.
You see me, you see Mr. Brooks, you see the attorneys. I mean, the witness would really be similar in size to what you see me. And so I just raised that because
Oh, night, Paige. Good night, boo. Mama love you.
it presents a challenge to knowing, who that applies to if I were to grant it and who it does not. I realize you can put me on advance notice and all of that. But that's only part of the equation, right? I've talked about the right to a public trial. I do not want to be
Tonette throwing
insensitive
sandwiches and
to
tomatoes.
the impact of testifying and what it can have on anyone. I've certainly seen that played out in my courtroom a
Throwing
variety
bones,
of
Lisa.
times.
Hit him in
And
the
I
head
don't want to
with a
be
bone.
insensitive to the emotional toll on the people involved in this case.
Throw him a shower.
Like I said, I need
Yeah,
to
that's something we
balance
need.
everything that I've already referenced. What I will do is as follows. If there is a juvenile witness, I'm going to require the state to give me ample notice so that I can adjust. I can't turn off a camera in this courtroom. I can't. So I have to adjust the camera and either put it
Daryl,
very
stop
far
rocking back and forth,
or
y'all.
put it
Look.
in such a way that perhaps is from the shoulders down. I'm not going to limit audio in any situation. That's important so that people observing this, not the least of which are victims who might be observing from a remote location, even in the.
You ever wonder how they decide what trials they're gonna make like public? Oh, Melanie leaving too. Night, Melanie. Mama love you. Yes, she do.
This building be able to see and hear the testimony, but I am willing with a juvenile witness to limit and require, I guess, the court and the media to only capture from the shoulder down. So that would.
No, I never did the video. Scolding or escolding. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I never did the video with him falling asleep because he never fell asleep. They said he's asleep or whatever, but he wasn't. He clearly wasn't. And he was just, pretending to be so bored that like they put him to sleep, but he actually wasn't asleep. And he didn't say anything in that, so like those parts I just kind of was like I only like the ones where he opens his mouth and stupid shit comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm not on here just to look at Daryl's fucking head. I don't. I'd rather watch the ones where he's, saying some dumbass shit that's gonna get him 1,000 years. Now it's that part for me, honey.
Prohibit the media from capturing a juvenile witness's face. Of course, we will be able to hear them. All witnesses, like I've already said, they state their name on the record. Many of the names of the individuals, despite the court proceedings, are very well known to the public. I have seen every victim of the homicide charges names in the media repeatedly.
Lisa Joyner. Or you want me to say prison? I couldn't do you one better. We're gonna sing the song. Underneath the prison, underneath the prison. I like that prison, the prison. Thank you, Lisa. Mama love you, and yes, and I do.
So there's obviously no reason to somehow limit coverage of that.
Oh.
That's not exactly what we're talking about, but there's other victims whose stories have been in the paper, whose names that are out there.
Oh, the Candy Man. You want to quit teaching because he no longer he no longer encounters happy children. I know. It's the times we living in, baby. It's terrible. They're terrible. It's just awful. Trust me. Trust me. I know. So I don't go outside. That's why I always be like, teachers definitely. If we need to pay more money to something, to some profession, it definitely need to be fucking teachers. Cause we don't even want to deal with our own children. Can you imagine going to work and your job, your job is to deal with children? The majority of society doesn't even want to deal with their own children. And then there's this person who sits in a classroom with all of our children all at one time. That is a noble profession indeed. One that I would never, would never wish on anyone. So you doing work that not everybody on this planet can do. But most people aren't happy. You're not gonna run into most people being happy. So it's the same thing going on in the classroom as going on outside. So you know, all you gotta do is reach one. Well, you keep that as your thing. If I can reach one, then I did my job. If I reach two, it's a bonus. That's it. And that's all that you can do. One day at a time. But if it costs you your sanity, the price is too high. You can't help other people if you're dead. Like that's just how it is. So you can't let them drive you completely insane because you can't help them if you do. I mean, so you got to take care of you first, baby. You first. That's just what it is. You can't help other people if you're not around. So you got to take care of you so that you can be around to help other people. And that's how it works. Thanks for all you do. Love your channel. Oh, thank you, Ann. Thank you, Boo. Mama love you. Yes, you do. Keep your head up, Candyman. You got it. You good. You're aware of your thoughts and all right to even say it out loud. So you better than most.
And like I said, I think if I'm doing my job correctly, I have to do a balancing. How much information is out there? I really don't know. I'm being asked to issue a blanket rule for all victims and all witnesses, and that's just not something this court is willing to do. So like I said, with the exception for a juvenile witness or victim, I think it's appropriate. I understand what the SCR says, but in terms of all other individuals, I'm going to deny the request and find that on balance, the right to a public trial, even the broadcasting of that information is an important part of what goes on. It lends to the transparency of what we're doing in this courtroom. And I think in turn leads to public confidence in what we're doing in this courtroom.
So is that ruling, you're not distinguishing between victims and witnesses?
I am not. I understand what the SCR says. I understand what the Constitution about the right to privacy, but this is a public trial.
But we've
And
done nothing to protect their privacy for victims, Your Honor, literally
I
nothing.
understand that's my ruling. So I think it's important that this case be public, and it be public in all respects, other than the only
Ooh,
limitation
Opera and the
will be
judge was
as to
beefing,
a
y'all.
juvenile witness, given their young age.
Uh-uh.
I understand what you're saying, but that's my ruling and I need to move on. The next request, I believe,
Daryl
is
like that. He's like,
documents
ooh.
236. And this is the brief that was submitted by the state in support of victims attending the trial, which would be an exception to the
Miriam.
exclusion of witnesses.
Crazy.
It's a little bit more lengthy document, so take a moment to review that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Miss T said the likes ain't liking. Yeah. Miss T said the likes ain't liking. Y'all need to get them likes up. Y'all know I can't tell. Mama can't tell how many likes there are. So I gotta rely on my mods. And my mods are dope. I got the best mods, so you let me know when the likes start a liking. Yes, make the likes like. The likes need to be liking. So as I'm saying. If the likes ain't liking, then what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Mama can, Mama can't tell. New managing moderators can support your channel. Oh, that's cool. My moderator's about to have a whole lot more power. 220 likes, 386 in the chat. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Let me just hit that thing for me real quick. I got two. It says 232. Let's see. Hit the like button for Mama. Mama said, please. Ooh, ooh. I see no down votes. Oh, they don't do that. You know they stopped showing the what's it, Sarisa, right? They don't show the thumbs downs anymore. You know, like there's the thumbs up and thumbs down. They don't show you the amount of thumbs down. There are thumbs down now. Like I can tell in my analytics. It won't tell me how many, but it'll show percentage of like say mine usually are in like 98, around 98.6, something like that. Are up, which means that some people did hit the down, because otherwise it would say 100. Like some of them say 100, but they'll, it's tough to get a completely 100, because some people just literally go through and just, I shit you fucking not, there's people who literally just go videos and just click down, like they click thumbs down. That's sad. This is the sad people. I just feel bad for them. Like, fuck, must be tough. It must be tough being that sad. That's sad. That's pretty fucking sad. You know what I'm saying? You have 3 down, BTE. You wouldn't be able to see my thumbs down. It won't show it to you. It'll only show you the number of thumbs up. So you don't know. Unless you the person who did it. I think, I think Birth Effect just told on itself. Did you click a thumbs down on Mama? Is that what you did? Is that what you done did? She like, I know for sure you got at least one. Ah. said, "Gotcha, bitch." Ah, that's messed up. That's what you gonna do? Is that what you gonna do? You gonna thumbs down, mama? Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Come on. After all we meant to each other. Come on, y'all, hit that thumbs up. Let's get it. Let's get it going. Can I go down? Can I push play now? That'll be great. Mm. What's my number on now? Am I getting there? Oh, you voted up? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Birth Defect 1186. I appreciate you. Mom appreciate that. Okay. Let's see. I'll be good. I'll be good. What we got? 271. It's 391 in here. Give me 300. Give me 300 likes. Come on. It is 386 people in here. So that means y'all just sitting in here just chilling but refusing to click the like button. That's fucked up. That's kind of fucked up. Just thinking about that is what hurt your feelings. Like, like really? They just sitting here like la 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 la. Like button. I ain't clicking that. You asking for too much, mama. You're asking for too much. Am I being greedy? Mama getting greedy. Oh, Jordan, cut it out. How was that greedy? How was that greedy? I work a full-time job, honey. I get home and all I want to do is come here and sit with you and just like make you smile and make you laugh. That's all I want to do. And all I ask for it is for a thumbs up. That's it. Like to push a button. And you find that to be greedy. That's fucked up. I know y'all just fucking with me, but I'm just playing victim right now. I'm just playing victim, okay? It's what I'm gonna do. It's what I'm gonna do. That's right. That's right. I'm saying you are definitely in the wrong chat if you really feel that way. Is she Kira? Who's is she Kira? Ooh, did mommy got a troll? Mommy like a troll. Who's the troll? Where's the troll? Where's the troll? Here we go. There we go. Darrell Brooks is a man of dignity, a man that all black boys need to look up to, and a man all black women should have had babies with. Yes, they all should have got knocked up by Darrell, for sure, for sure. He's a leader, you see. He's a fighter, and in the black community, yes, this is what he is. He's all these things that I just said. He's also tall. He's tall and he has giant hands. His hands aren't little at all. They're just really big hands that he got. That's what he is. He's all that stuff that I just said. The end. That person's been in here. That I recognize this. Uses that icon thing. All people are welcome in here, as long as they don't do nothing, too strange. But honestly, how much strange shit can you do in a chat? Oh, need some place to be. Think of this like the community center. It's a safe space. Trolls gonna, they gotta have a place to be too. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel welcome. Put some love on them. Oh, Mojo Jojo. That's what his name remind me of. Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls. That super chat thing in here. I'm over here reading this. Thank you, Deborah Wagner. Say thumbs up, lots and lots of thumbs up. All right, we're going to get on back in this video because mama got to do what she got to do. And mama want to watch some Darrell act the goddamn fool. And bars. We catch up with y'all. Okay, there we go.
And I know you were handed some things, Mr. Brooks, so we're looking at document 236.
Yeah, I have that right here.
I just want to further add one thing to my ruling on this. And I understand, Attorney Opper, what you're saying, but I think also part and parcel was that the vast majority, as I understand the witnesses, right, they all attended a public event as well. So these were people who went out in public. I realize they didn't go there to be injured or hurt, but it was a public event. And I think that lends to my decision to deny the request here today. So, Mr. Brooks, let me know when you have finished reviewing that so I can address this last request, or the request in this filing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. Oh, he reading again, is he? Is you reading, Daryl? Oh. Oh. What is a power mod? You gotta teach mama stuff. I know, he started stalling quick, didn't he? Oh my god, Daryl, I'm gonna have to fast forward through you reading. You take too long to read. Really still reading? This motherfucker. No way he's still reading. Oh my god, I fast forwarded at least 4 minutes, y'all. And he's still reading. Daryl is over there reading a novel. Here we go.
All right, so
Oh my
thank you for
god.
letting me know, and Attorney Opper, I'll hear you on this request.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I did cite for you the statutory authority and obviously the constitutional provisions that are at stake here. There is a specific statutory exception under 90615 sub 2 sub D that victims should not be excluded from the courtroom, and that their mere presence during the testimony of another victim or witness is not on its own enough. Obviously, you're going to give Mr. Brooks an opportunity to respond, but to date, the defense has not identified any other concern that would be caused by victims being present in the courtroom. Victims have an absolute constitutional right to be present at trial. The brief laid out our factual basis for this, Your Honor, that I really won't repeat myself, but the essence of it is that not every victim, not every person who's named as a victim will testify in this case. There are a lot of citizen witnesses, there are a lot of police officers, there are expert witnesses as well. The majority of our witnesses would not be categorized as victims. So there's very limited risk, I think, by the court allowing victims to hear testimony from another victim. The other individuals, of course.
Right now, Daryl's listening to them like, okay, say something that you would like so that I can say the opposite. Wait, did you say something you wanted? Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, never mind. I thought you was requesting something. Okay. But I guess you're not. So I'll wait till you do so that I can object. Thank you very much.
Of course, will obey the order. As I described for the court, last week, I think it was, we're at the status hearing. Um,
I know,
Many of
right?
these
Daryl was
victims
mad.
don't know what happened
You need to
later
be
down the
respectful
road.
to me.
Literally, later down the road, they can only testify as to their limited, um, the area immediately around them, the people immediately around them. We don't expect that a victim who testifies about the events in the 100 block of Main Street.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. Opera did not know what she was getting herself into. Like she had no idea the level of asshole she was dealing with. She thought this was just gonna be a normal thing. Here's this guy. He's okay, fine. He wants to represent himself. Okay, we gotta do the law stuff. We'll say the law things, and then the trial will be a trial. But nope, Daryl had other ideas. He had other plans. Okay.
Knows anything about what happened in the 400 block of Main Street. So there's really very, very little risk to these victims hearing each other's testimony. As I pointed out, none of these victims will identify Mr. Brooks as the driver of the car. We have many other people that will identify Mr. Brooks as the driver of the car, but not crime victims.
Hey, Jennifer.
We have
Hey,
recording,
boo.
photographic proof that Mr. Brooks was the driver of the car. So identification is not an issue in this case, like in some other cases. Also, just that very fact, Your Honor, that almost all of the parade route is captured by some form of video or photographic evidence as to what happened. 5 out of the 6 deceased victims, sadly, their collision with Mr. Brooks' vehicle was
So
recorded
that's what
on
a power
video.
mod is.
So it's not really a matter of these
Thank you,
witnesses
Jennifer.
describing what happened and the jury having only that to rely on. Like,
Thank you, Jennifer, for explaining to me what the power mod is. I had never heard that. You know what I thought they meant by it? I thought they meant like, you know, once they say somebody's on like a power trip, you know, like you make somebody a mod and they just start like blocking people. They'd be like, I don't like you, block. That's what I thought it meant, but I guess it's just somebody wanting to feel special in the chat, I suppose. I don't know. It sounds kind of weird, but I have a great mod. My mods are the best mods, and I got them on the first shot. I picked them on just instinct alone. I got the best.
in so many other cases where you don't have videotape evidence as to what happened, there's going to be no question in this jury's mind what happened, who was driving, and how these people were injured and killed. So again, the risk.
Oh, thank you, Cecilia, for this is PayPal. Mama love you. Where's my heart? There it is. Yes, she do. Oh wait, I got another one. I got a Cash App. Thank you, Melissa. Mama love you, and you know this man. Oh, Melly. Okay. Hey, boo. Oh, Mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh, ooh. A hair pick.
Risk there, I think, is very minimal under that circumstance. We just, again, feel strongly, I know the court recognizes the trauma to these victims, but many of them have expressed an interest in attending this trial. We've talked about this before when we talked about the seating. Many of them feel very strongly they were willing to take off work for a month and sit here all day, every day if they could.
Ew,
And so the fact that they are needed to recount a limited piece of the story for their portion of the testimony should not prevent them from being present in this courtroom as the trial unfolds. We have a very well-designed plan on how to present this trial, or excuse me, this case to the jury in an efficient fashion. But we can't tell the story all at once, right? We need to do that. We need to march down that road. And that's exactly what we intend to do. And so it'd be very unfair to the victims that happen to have been excuse me, standing or sitting in the 400 block of Main Street, that they can't hear all the other testimony prior to that. It will be a much less efficient presentation that we can present. I think it would be extremely confusing to the jury if that happens, Your Honor. So mostly because of their constitutional right to attend trial, we believe, and the strong statutory authority. I could find no case law published on this point. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I really think it's just that obvious.
Is it
Statute
civil
says
or criminal?
Victims are not part of this
Dirty diaper.
exclusion order. They are an exception.
Would you agree that if I grant this request, it would nonetheless be appropriate for
Look at
the
Daryl
court
leaning
to
like,
order
that's
a
right.
prohibition that
I'm
the
a lawyer.
witnesses not discuss their testimony with any other witness?
Yes, absolutely. We've already begun that process with the victims that we've met with, Your Honor,
Oh.
telling them how important it is that they not talk amongst themselves. That order we certainly understand and would respect and would enforce.
Thank you. Mr. Brooks, do you have a position on the request?
Yes, I do.
The opposite of what she said, ma'am.
Your Honor, I think,
They were trying to figure out what their thing
Find it.
was. They was like, shit, I don't necessarily understand what it was she was saying. So it's gonna be hard for me to say the opposite of it. Okay, Your Honor, what did she say she wanted? What her over there? What did she say she wanted? Okay, I want 3 of the opposite of those.
mentally, it would be impossible for all these witnesses that want to attend to have not heard different stories from different people who were at different places in the parade. I think by now it's somewhat removed from the incident, but the media coverage alone, the reports that have been in the press,
Like y'all messed
the-
up.
the-
Oh, I shouldn't have put it on the news. Now you got to let me
campaign
go.
ads for elections that are coming up. I think it's pretty logical that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these victims have heard a lot of, if probably not the majority of
The maturity. Oh,
everybody's story. I do agree with the fact that you make that very clear that it is public. They certainly should have a right to be here, and you also made it clear that there is a live stream available as well. You also made it clear that everybody is not going to be able to fit in the courtroom, no matter how much they want to attend the trial or not. The live stream is available for them. I just think I wouldn't go as far as to say it will be confusing to the jury, but it would be issues, I believe. What if
what would be
some of
issues?
these
What is he
witnesses are
getting
some of
at?
the witnesses that
Aside
gave
from nothing.
statements, and something that comes up in somebody else's testimony might not spark something in them and say, oh, I forgot to say that. And then now that becomes a discussion, which I don't think.
Okay, that's a what ifism. That's a what ifism. It's like, I can't be here right now. What if somebody jumps over this here thing behind me and whoops my ass because they hate me because I suck? What if that happens? You got to let me go. Get these things off my ankle. I am in danger here. Mistrial, Your Honor. Exactly, Jordan. Mistrial, Your
Anybody
Honor.
would not
Indeed.
have had a discussion amongst themselves about what they have heard to this point and what they will hear. I'm quite sure there'll be a lot of breaks during the trial. I think it would virtually be impossible for somebody not to have a statement or
Oh my God,
to
Daryl.
make a statement, or for somebody to overhear something that may want to be brought to the attention of the state or victim advocate or something like that that may find his
Daryl,
way
get to
into
your point.
testimony that
If you got
probably
one,
wouldn't
which you
have
ain't.
been there from the beginning. So
Daryl ain't got
I
no
think
point, y'all. He ain't got not one single
I would
solitary
agree with
point.
when they were my attorneys with they
You don't have
with they
attorneys
file.
anymore. Thank you, Lori C. Mama love you.
So do
Yes,
you agree
I
or
do.
disagree with the request from the state?
Oh, for
I
fuck's sake,
disagree.
stop talking.
You,
Thank you,
you object?
Deborah.
I object. Sorry.
No,
Lori.
I asked you the first way, so it's okay. All right, thank you. This situation and this request is a little bit different than even the previous one, where all I was being asked to rely upon was primarily an SCR provision, and the constitutional and statutory provisions would need to be interpreted to include the request that was being made. This is very different. There's a specific
Mama almost knocked this thing
statutory
down on herself.
provision and a constitutional
You
provision
almost witnessed
regarding
my
the
demise.
right of a victim to attend all proceedings, including.
Oh my God, y'all, look. I'm trying to grab my little pillow because Mama got a bad back, right? So I'm trying to grab my pillow. And it was pulling on my green screen and I couldn't tell. And I was like, this thing gonna fall right on my head. You almost witnessed Mama's demise, honey. Oh, Mama got a bad back. Mama got a terrible, terrible back. Oh, and this chair is not forgiving. Oh, it's not forgiving at all, I must say. The King of Simps. Hey, King of Simps. Thank you. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Yes, Mama. Mama. Ugh. Tony, you gonna be right back. You better. You better come right back too. Don't take too long.
Trial. And there's a clear language
super like
in the statute in 90615 that says the presence of a victim during the testimony of other witnesses may not itself be a basis for a finding that exclusion of the victim is necessary to provide a fair trial for the defendant.
What she said.
This request I am going to grant that the state is making, and that is because I have the ability and will order that all witnesses not discuss their testimony with any other witness. And that's a general rule that's really in place in any case.
Yeah, the next chair I get is gonna have that. That's why it's gonna be a while. Because otherwise it would be a waste of the chairs. You would not believe how expensive fucking chairs are. Like good chairs. Because your back, how you sit, matters. It matters. Mama already got shitty posture. If you young in here, hear Mama when she say, I know your real mama probably told you, stand up straight. Stand up straight. She was saying it for a reason. Do you hear me? Because once you get to a certain age, it's virtually fucking impossible to correct it. Because even trying to sit up straight hurts. It hurts. Like it's painful to even attempt to sit up, to stand up straight. When I force myself to stand up straight, it's uncomfortable. It's physically actually uncomfortable. And it could turn into like pain, like literal pain. So fix that shit while you young. You hear me? Like sit up straight. Just kind of keep it as a conscious thing. You catch yourself, sit up straight. Sit up straight. Fix it while you are young. Okay? Otherwise you're gonna be like me. And this is not cool. It's not fun. A shoulder brace. Yeah, I was looking into that, Deborah. It's like this little harness thing or whatever you put on your shoulder and it pulls your shoulders back. I was looking into that, but I don't know what a good brand of it is or whatever. So it's like I think I'm gonna get if I get it and it don't really support. and pull it, then I'll be like, never mind.
Um,
Eat some.
and it
What in the world?
will bind these witnesses until they're
Eat tea. As you drink tea, don't eat tea. Tell us what he is thinking. Look at his face. Oh, okay. All right, E.T. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Wish granted. Okay, so Daryl is sitting here. Okay, he's looking at his papers and he's thinking, why is Erica not in this seat next to me? How do they not know that this is her fault? I wonder if there's anything that I can do to where I can make her have to be in here with me? Like, it's wait, did I just see her name on that paper? Wait, let me. Her name is on this paper. I just think that it's. I just think that it's interesting, Your Honor, that I'm the only black man in this room right now. It just seems funny to me. It just seems funny. It's funny. That's all. It's funny. That's a. He like to do that. Just funny. Like, oh my God, Daryl, your hairline is taking a shit. Okay, just put your head under the table. We don't need to see this, man. I know they did not know what was coming. I'm gonna tell you what I know. They did not know what they were in for. I can say that for sure. They did not fucking know. This dude is on a whole nother level, honey. He's on what is called some other type shit.
released from their subpoena. Meaning, if you have two witnesses
Oh.
who are from the same family, for example, and they testify
Daryl, they're trying to
one in the
learn now.
morning, one
Look.
in the
Well,
afternoon, and they're done testifying at that point, I mean, obviously, then it's not as important that they follow this, and I would relieve them of that
I took my
obligation. But the
paper.
bottom line is this: the victims can attend, but they can't discuss their testimony with any other victims or witnesses until after they have testified. The prohibition would nonetheless apply they can't also discuss their testimony with someone who hasn't already testified. Um, Attorney Opper, would you be satisfied with the phrasing that they just not discuss their testimony with another witness?
Yes,
Okay, and you'll advise all of your witnesses of this requirement and this prohibition?
yes, absolutely. As I said, we've done that orally and we plan to give them something in writing to reinforce that.
All right. Thank you.
What would Ann say? Did anyone find
I know
out
we had some
what the correct
other
date is for the next
issues,
hearing?
but
Oh shit!
I think I'm
I'm supposed to look back at
I think
that
it was
video.
just the voir dire
what day she
questions, Your
said.
Honor. That's the last outstanding issue that we can think of.
you mean in my script? Or that you had submitted another, I think, request.
We had
perhaps.
submitted one and then the defense attorneys had submitted some other questions and then a request to question some people.
So,
2,
Mr. Brooks, I need you to be aware that if you want me to address a request that your attorneys have previously filed, you need to specifically tell me. And there are some outstanding requests, or at least requests that they made. One was regarding, it was filed on September 26th. It's
DA, District Attorney Opper. I'm not impressed. That Daryl said. Keep up the bad work. Daryl is a straight up dirt angel. What the fuck is a dirt angel?
document number 232. I'm not sure, did I give that to you or not? If it wasn't given to you, I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh my God, he definitely spells mostly.
I'm not looking for an answer today. It's a little bit lengthier. It has to do with the jury questionnaires and whether individual voir dire should be
Test tube,
done.
baby.
What I will tell you, sir, is that I am working with the clerk of court's office so that for each day of jury selection, you are given a binder for use in court only of the jury questionnaires,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can know about the individuals who are appearing in the jury box for jury selection. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't expect you to be able to answer that right now, but
Daryl said,
we'll
"What you
make sure
calling
you
me,
have
stupid?"
that document. But I think what's
I can
fairly
answer it now.
easy to address right now would be the questions that your attorney or question your attorneys ask this court to ask during the jury selection process. And
What about it? And that what?
that's
She
also
lost her
in
train
that
of thought.
document.
She did one of Mama's moves.
The question, is in that letter. From my perspective, I'm assuming the state, and I don't want to jump the gun here, but I'm assuming you might not object to that. It's on the political ads.
Yeah, no, no objection.
What about the political ads?
So take a look at that. My inclination will be to ask at least some form of a question or questions related to whether any of the jurors who are coming in for jury selection have been exposed to the political advertisements, and whether because of that, they have formed an opinion about your guilt or innocence.
What number document is that?
I don't know if you have that. That's too.
I'm gonna tell you this. I always think that's so funny when they ask the jury these things. Like, why would they? It just seems so funny. It's like the honor system. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I asked them if they saw some stuff. And they said, yeah. So then I said, well, now that you've seen the stuff, do you in fact have an opinion? What are they gonna say? No. Do you hate Daryl? Do you hate Daryl? Like, if you could put him in the street and you were in a car and you had an opportunity to, and you knew you were gonna get away with it, would you indeed drive over Daryl? Like, of course they would. Like, what? Why would they not? You know, that's what's called a stupid ass question. Yes, I'm gonna thump right over top of him. Indeed, I am. I'm gonna enjoy the crunchy sound it makes. Crunch, crunch. Over the Daryl. I can see his face when he see it coming. Oh my god. He would be like, I did not do anything to deserve this. Oh,
232.
I did not.
Yeah, we'll
do
print that
anything to
off
deserve
for
this.
you. But frankly, I think it's important, and so I'm going to ask questions related to that during the jury selection process. The other part
It's in
of
my
that
gray. It's
letter,
just
though,
lighting.
you need to review and let me know if you're asking that I
Show me all my
question
gray
individuals
ponytail. Who wants
that
to
are
see my
identified
gray
in this letter.
ponytail?
Does that make sense? It'll
Yeah,
make more
gray.
sense when you get the document, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's my gray.
The
y'all.
bottom line is, sirs, generally speaking, I'm not required to incorporate
Yeah.
all the filings from your attorneys because you have now discharged them and you're representing yourself. So you need to specifically tell me if
Gray
there's
hair,
any
y'all.
filings that are outstanding that you believe should be raised. The bottom line is you're
that's
now
not the
your
gray hair.
attorney, and I don't want to make assumptions that you want me to
Jesus,
address
they got a
issues.
lot
Does
of gray.
that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Is that gray?
What was the,
Wow.
and then the document
That's
from the
all gray
state, tell me
hair,
that
y'all.
document number.
Look at this shit.
I'm sorry, what is it?
237, I believe.
Mama got
Do
gray
you have that
hair all
document, sir?
through there.
Yes, Your Honor. 237, yes.
So have you been able to read that question that their state is asking that I asked during jury selection?
Oh God, Daryl's reading again. Oh, Jesus! Tell Tell me it don't look like that's his hairline and his hairline's taking a dump. His hairline is taking a
Yeah, I read
dump.
it right.
Any objection to
You
the
be
court
lying.
asking
I
that
finished.
question during jury
I
selection?
read everything. I read the whole Bible, my
No.
paperback Bible.
And you know, just to clarify, I believe that that question was,
I recall.
okay.
It's actually the supplemental questionnaire, not questionnaire, but there's like 3 or 4 questions I'm going to give to the jurors as they come in and check in on Monday. So it'll be the first 105. One of the questions is going to be something to the effect of, please review your questionnaire. Are there any answers? Upon review, are there any answers that you would change here today? So that, and then that information is going to be given to you before they ever come in the courtroom. And one of the questions we are going to also put on there is this question that were just seeing.
I have a question, Your Honor, about the questionnaires.
Of course you do, Daryl. Of course you do. I mean, come on. Thank you, Deborah. Give him time. He has to sound out the words. That's right. Daryl, enunciate. Enunciate. My dude, enunciate. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. Mama love you. Yes, she do.
If I had certain
Michelle
questions
C.
that
Hey,
weren't
boo.
in there that I think may be relevant, is that a
Welcome.
possibility to get them in there?
Not the questionnaire, but during the jury selection process. I'm trying to avoid real specific questions in the supplement, other than if I think it might identify someone who might have a bias or a prejudice or otherwise not be someone who would be a good juror on this case. One of the questions you may recall from the jury status hearing is, I want to ask a question, and I will be putting it on the supplemental questionnaire about whether any of the potential jurors made a claim to, I'm drawing a blank on, I think it was through the Waukesha County Community Foundation
Yeah, or United Way.
or something like that. Just,
yeah.
did any of them make a claim
Oh,
of,
good
for
night, Miriam.
financial claim?
Good night, Miriam. Sleep tight, boo. Mama love you. Yes, she do.
I do recall you.
Right, so that was something that's important because there's a statutory bias issue that I need to uncover, and financial interest in a case would be one of those. So I'm going to include that. I'm going to include having them look over and tell us if any of their answers have changed between when they first filled it out and today, meaning on Monday. And then the state is asking for this particular question as well. And there were some other questions. I just don't have that paperwork at my fingertips that I thought I had agreed to include from that last hearing.
It was so many questions.
Yeah, this is just going to be 4
Oh
or
my
5
God,
questions
why is he
Okay.
smiling
on top
like a
of
little
those.
kid?
And then I have a
There
whole
was
script.
so many questions.
I'll have to put together some information for you, sir. I generally do the jury selection process. I've done it. I ask a lot of questions of jurors. I frankly take away from the attorneys the ability to ask a lot of questions. This is a special case. I have indicated I will give the parties the
And he's like,
opportunity to ask appropriate
call me
follow-up
special?
questions of the jurors.
Do you think
So
I'm
those
special?
questions that you're thinking of that maybe weren't in there, you should be writing them down and be prepared to ask them. There may be certain jurors that we also have to ask questions of individually based upon either their answers in the questionnaire or things that come up during the jury selection process. For example, if a juror indicates that they have had exposure to
Daryl?
coverage, whether live stream, whether it be newspaper reports, I may want to question those people outside the presence of the other jurors, because believe it or not, many jurors have really not read a lot. I know that from the jury questionnaires. And I don't want to put information in another juror's head that isn't there. And so sometimes we ask those types of questions outside the presence of other jurors, still within the presence of all of us in the courtroom. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I just want to say too, sometimes reading something and seeing something can be different things. Like it's virtually impossible to not turn on the TV these days and not see something directly related to this.
You know why Daryl says that? Because Daryl watches a lot of TV in his car. Remember, he got a whole goddamn television, like a TV, not like a little car TV that little flip thing that flips down, little portable TV. He got a whole TV in his car, like he got a whole TV in there, and then he runs the cords and cables up to his mama's house. He sleeps in that car. He lives in there and he watches fucking TV. So Daryl can't contemplate that people don't sit and watch fucking TV all day. Because of course Daryl don't got gas money. So of course Daryl's just sitting in that fucking car watching TV. Using up mom's electricity after shooting nephew. The shooting at the nephew. Oh my god. How about where she told us, how Erica told us, when he got her to move down there, he had already shot at his nephew and was already put out. So he was living in his car when he talked her into moving down there. So he talked her into moving down there knowing that he was living in his fucking car. And had her living in his car with him. When I tell you Daryl ain't shit, what never shit. And then talking about he got her down here and was like, I taught her how to write a he said he taught her how to write a resume, y'all. That's what he said. And then he got her to get a job. Even though he ain't have one. He didn't have a job. But then he taught her how to write a resume so she could get a job. And so while she's at work, he's in the car watching his stories on this big screen TV that he got sitting in there. No doubt that he stole it out of his mama's house. Okay. I feel like that's what happened. Okay.
That's why I watch a lot of Netflix, sir. So I don't have to watch a lot of that.
remember
Believe
those
it or not,
days.
you're going to run into a lot of jurors that
I
do that as
remember
well.
those days.
Oh, do you?
So,
all
all right.
the
I
subscription.
think that addresses
Whose
those. I know I need to
subscription was he
finalize
stealing?
that. That's on my list of things to do, along with the script for jury selection. And I will be getting that to the parties just as quickly
Oh
as
my God,
I
this dude is crazy.
can.
He's big crazy.
Is there anything else I need to address today from the state's perspective?
No, nothing, thank you, Judge.
Anything, Mr. Brooks, you think I need to address today?
No, not at this time.
All right, then that.
Oh, interesting, you guys. She just called him Mr. Brooks. And guess what he didn't say? Guess what he didn't say? I do not respond to that name. I do not recognize that name. I don't know anybody by that name, and you're gonna stop calling me that name. He just responded to her. She said, Mr. Brooks. He said, no, I don't have any questions. So at what point did Daryl become a sovereign citizen? Like, was it day 1, day 2? What happened? He clearly wasn't one today in this one. He wasn't one in this day. So, I mean, there's that. Well, that was interesting.
We'll conclude our hearing. I will get paperwork to you and actually both parties, and we will plan on convening on Monday morning at 8:30 for the start of jury selection. Thank you, everyone. We are in recess.
Daryl's hands are attached to his waist.
Yeah.
Daryl's hands are attached to his waist, you guys. His hands are cuffed to his waist. They made him sit there throughout that whole time for it with his hands handcuffed to his waist. I will defend myself. Is what I will do. I will defend me. You know, I will fight baby tooth and eagle talon. Daryl got baby teeth and eagle's talons. Oh no, that's weird. I said eagle talons, but then I made a cat noise. It's just funny, cause Daryl. All right, y'all. That was fun. That was fun. It was fun. I think I'm addicted to going live now. It's hard to get back to doing the regular videos. I really like it. It's just funner, you know? It's just funner. It's just funner. I know that isn't a word, but I'm just gonna use it anyways. Okay. All right, y'all. This was fun. We'll watch something different tomorrow. We're gonna do another one tomorrow. It's gonna start earlier though, because Wednesdays are my half days, so it's gonna be an earlier one, and then we'll be able to do a long one, and they just go on and on and on forever. And on and on and
So what you
on
need
and
to
on.
understand,
Oops, sorry. And on and on and on and on. Mama love y'all. Okay. Oh, my babies. Mama love you. Y'all behave. Okay. Because I'm not going to do it. And you already know this. So don't ask. Stop. Just stop. Okay. Don't ask. You know I hate that. Mama love you. Y'all behave. Don't y'all be infighting in here. There can be none of that arguing. We family in here, okay? All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Mm, mm. Oh, catch it. Catch it. Everybody catch it. Bring it. Bring it back to class with you tomorrow. I blow your kiss. You bring it back to class with you tomorrow, okay? And when you come into the chat, first thing you do is send back the mama's kisses, like that right there, like Valentino said. That's what you do. That's how you say hi when you check in tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.